So, like I said, we have the beautiful Miss Beaubrun in studio here with us, and it's an opportune time to have you here as we're getting set to celebrate the Easter weekend and the mouth-watering delicacies that you have with those daily menus that are flashing. But we'll get into that in a bit. First and foremost, thank you for taking the time out to be here with us in studio and to be in radio land, our online listeners as well. So this is your opportunity to just tell us who you are, a short intro of yourself.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sufre. Good morning to listeners, all the listeners. Sorry. My name is Velma Beaubrun. I'm the face behind Vel's Cooking, that the famous Vel's Cooking that everybody is talking about. And sorry, so that's just me being the famous Vel's Cooking, the face behind Vel's Cooking. Sorry about that. Just a little bit nervous, but I'll get there.
And she's very excited, when she got it, she said, my son and my husband, they kind of know they're going to him, so that's what she's thinking of them. But like I said, it's a great opportunity to have you here, and
Mhm.
we want to know how this all started, how the journey of the love of food began for you, your cooking expedition.
Oh, besides being employed at Ladera for the past 14 years, 14 and a half years. It did not start there for me. Actually, it started before when I was employed with my brother Fedor's New Venture Restaurant, which is the famous Fedor's New Venture Restaurant. And I developed a passion from there as well. From there, sorry. And being around my mom also, I learned quite a bit from her too, watching the way she cooked, and also my brother as well. The journey all started after I lost my job due to COVID at Sugar Beach. Um, it was all my husband's idea to start this little business that is now going on. Since I was unemployed, and there was the employment benefits out there was very slim, so I decided to start this journey of putting my skills into cooking.
Can you remember your first dish, darling?
Yes, I can. Actually, we first started a Journée Creole weekend. Journée Creole was not held in Soufre, so we decided to do something, just so persons in Soufre can be delighted in the Journée Creole festivity as well, even if it was not held in our community.
Nice. So you basically, can I say, or you can correct me as well, did you learn to cook from home or from the family restaurant?
I actually learned to cook both from home. I started from home, just watching my mother cooked, and it continued. Sorry, at the family restaurant, my brother's restaurant.
Okay. Can you share with us what was the most challenging, culinary experience that you would have encountered? I mean, in terms of your training.
Well, actually, I never had any difficulties. Actually, everything that was set for me, I would give it a try, and it always come out to the best of their ability and my ability as well.
Tell us about Vel's cooking because we know Vel from Velma for sure. That's where the inspiration
Yes.
came. So, do you have any like signature dish, or what secret or favorite ingredient that you use that people would basically know you for?
Well, I do not have any secret ingredients. I get everything local. I usually go to the market on a Saturday, on a weekday, to get all my fresh produce, and I also go to the fishermen actually to get my fish eggs and my fish and different things. And most persons who know me, they also fall in love. Sorry, for the fish eggs. This is something that everybody loves because it's something that is quite seasonal, so you don't get it all the time. But it's something that I would go out to see that I get, because since they always they have a passion for the fish eggs, so I'd always go make an extra mile to go and get these products.
I'm happy you spoke about passion for sure. So now talk to me about passion. What is your culinary or personal, you know, passion there? What really inspire you? You wake up in the morning and you go get those pans, go get those ingredients, and you just start cooking. What really works for you, as a foodie?
Well, actually, I do get up. Honestly, to be honest, I put in a lot of love in cooking.
Definitely.
That's why I build a passion for it. I love cooking, so that's where the passion comes out as well.
On a day to day, we know we face a lot of challenges. So, what would say would be your biggest, culinary? What would you have had to navigate?
Not, I wouldn't say I have any challenges when it comes to culinary because actually, I always my main focus and the main focus for me is prepping before, like in advance. I would do all my prepping in advance, so there's no challenge out there for me when it comes to putting my cooking out there.
Though you spoke about those mouth-watering fish eggs, you've had any disaster dish, something you maybe think you could have maybe done a little better than after you didn't like how it came out for sure. Like for me, when I do baking, the cakes that come out well, you like one
Mm-hmm.
sonnet.
No, actually, no, not really. I wouldn't say anything is that difficult for me to put in practice and to put in hand.
With such an achievement and being ahead now, what would you say is the greatest milestone for you as we speak?
Well, this is that journey that I started. It's actually a pop-up journey. My the Vet cooking story is just a pop-up. It's a pop-up. It's right. You grab and go. But maybe one day I'm dreaming, sorry, to my dream, sorry, is to have my own restaurant so I could put all the skills and employ persons, to work side by side with me. So that is one thing I am thinking of
And can you
in the
imagine
future.
you just answered that other question would have been your dreams and goals? So you need it right there.
Yes.
So talk to me. In software, it
Hmm.
is sad that when persons have businesses, they do not get the needed support and everybody sees things as a competition. So tell me about the support of family and the support of community. How has it been received for you?
It has been well received. I must say it has been well received, especially by the Sufra people, Sufra person. Sorry, I do get a lot of customers, and I have persons who always comes back, and who always comes back to get the same. So that shows me that it everything tastes good.
Definitely. And look, somebody's calling to place an order.
Yeah.
um, any advice you would give for someone who wants to follow a similar path as well? Because we have a lot of persons and they're really afraid to chase the dreams. They're afraid of being laughed at because sometimes the first instance will never be successful. So you have to keep on trying. And you know what really hinders us? I think financially as well. Too, we're afraid to
Yes.
take that leap of faith.
Yes.
So what really how can you put that encouragement out there and maybe for those who want to follow your path? Hang on, you will place your order later.
um well, honestly speaking, there are times where there are times, sorry, I would think of like just giving up based on because like you say, everything out there is expensive and stuff like that. So I would still think of going for it because I have a family that's depending on me. I have a son who's depending on me as well. So that's why I would never give up. I won't give up. I will just continue with what I do.
Definitely. And excitedly, maybe that's why that person is calling. Tell us what you have in store for this weekend. It's the longest weekend.
Yes,
What
it
can persons
is.
definitely look forward to at Best Cooking?
All right. So I'm starting tomorrow with breakfast, and I also incorporate a little lunch in there. But it's not going to be a lunch time. It's going to be like everything will be ready from 6 o'clock. So I have the fish eggs. I'll be having the mackerel, salted mackerel served with ground provision and some steamed vegetables. You can get these from 6 a.m. Saltfish, the smoked herring, the bakes, the fish cakes, the cocoa tea, and I'll also be doing some spice tea as well. And the Sunday after Sunday before rise, I have a breakfast, which this breakfast is includes the English breakfast, the Creole breakfast, the Lucian breakfast, the fish eggs, the soup, and the Monday as well. The same for Monday, the same for Sunday applies, but I will be incorporating lunch in there with the grill and some side dishes.
Wow. Mouth-watering if you ask me about it. Let's just take a pause. We have a Mark Shalman. What is the name of the business and where in Sofra it is located and what type of food is on the menu? We will visit on our next trip to Sofra.
Wow. Well, I'm actually a pop up. It's not. I'm just a pop up business. Just It's next to CJ's Car Wash. That's on at Town Extension. Sorry, right underneath a white tent. The house is an orange colored house. So you'll just the tent is right in front of the house. So there's no and you can also find me sorry on Google Map. So you'll get the location. If you go to Google Map, you'll get me right there. But I'm only operating on weekends, sorry, on Saturdays, lunch, and on Sundays, I do breakfast. These are the 2 days that I operate from home.
Nice. If you could cook for anyone in the world, who would that be and why?
Anyone in the world.
Yes, you'd be like a Gordon Ramsay.
John Legend. I love John Legend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I still have his signature somewhere. When I used to work at Ladera, he visited. So I love John Legend. So I would definitely cook for John Legend.
You have to explain that to your husband. Let's look at, in terms of software and culinary journeys, what do you really see that can actually unfold nicely in software? What would really go to bolster that town or community on a whole?
I would say an internet cafe. That is something we definitely need to try, like a coffee shop too, where you can get bistros and like I would say like a French, like you have it in the French territories, like those bistros, like a pop up bistro or a cafe or something. As something Soufre really really needs. Because I remember some time ago, my husband and myself were talking about that. As you get in a location, like an open location, an open spot, and just have where persons come in and get it's like a let's say like a pop up. Yes, but this is something I definitely think Sufre needs in the future, moving forward.
And is it a journey you believe you can embark on somewhere in the near future as well?
Yes, yes. If all goes well, yes, that is something I'm looking at.
I see a smile, so I think it's right around the corner. Tasha Joseph Augustine, customer service is on point. The fish egg is definitely a go-to, and she came with none.
Thank you, Tasha. Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks.
but then there is also that moment where we see with entrepreneurs, and there is that giving back, for your excellent service and stuff like that. Have you ever thought of maybe giving back to your patrons?
Yes, I do. Most times, like if I have my regular customers, I always give them something back when they come. Like for instance, today, like say for instance, today you come to me and I tell you, since you're a regular customer, this is on me. You don't have to pay. Yeah, it's something that I do. And then my husband and myself we intend, sorry, on giving back to the community. Maybe two jazz tickets this weekend, free jazz tickets this weekend.
Oh, that is a great
Yes.
thing as well.
And also, for those persons who are listening, and if you are listening attentively, I will be giving two free breakfasts this weekend. So you could just, when I ask a question pops up. Sorry, if you answer the question correctly, then you can get a free breakfast from Vels Cooking.
Oh, easy as that. Can you imagine? If I see and I cannot answer the question. What we really need to have, factor in the criticism And with any and everything, sometimes you would get hard criticism that you may want to shut down your business. In the event of such, how would you go about, analyzing and maybe even solving such if you were to have any bad critic?
I do get. I don't. I wouldn't say critics. I would get especially like persons like me who's in the same little business as me. I don't get a lot of like cold feet and and cold shoulders. Sorry, from persons and a lot of negativity. But this won't prevent me from moving forward. I will not give up. I will continue what I do because I love what I do.
Okay. Earlier on in the conversation, you did make mention of having to wake up early, and that is part of chasing your dream.
Mm-hmm.
But what other challenges do you have on a day to day, juggling your family plus the cooking aspect of it, culinary wise? How everything works for you. And you have that spiritual aspect as well, put God in all things.
I do. I do put God in all things before I start. I do. I do. The only thing is it's a bit challenging for me sometimes the early mornings, especially on a Sunday breakfast. I have to be up from 12:30, sometimes midnight, to prepare everything that we have on the menu. So this is sometimes a bit challenging, but I say, you know what, I have to do it because my customers are depending on me for the service that we portray out there.
And you do have your sisters or family members as well.
Yes, I do have my main person was my mom-in-law, but she's not on island and she helped me a lot. Right now I have my husband is also my support too. And my I have an aunt-in-law of mine who comes in and help a little, and my elder sister who comes sometimes to help as well.
Okay, with your day-to-day service as well, you do have someone who would really help to remedy that or even maybe ease the slow processes for you in terms of you have already prepped and somebody else now is supposed to dish and serve that as well.
Yes, I have the support of my godson Jason. I didn't I sorry, I forgot to make mention of his name. Don't feel bad, Jay. He also helps with me with the dishing out of the food and putting everything. So when somebody comes, he takes the orders, the phone orders, because sometimes persons tend to message, persons time to call. So he's the one responsible for doing all of that as well, and expediting as well because what we do at the breakfast for breakfast, sorry, we don't prepare eggs. The eggs are done a la minute. I don't prepare eggs and put it on the buffet. Every time somebody places an order for an egg order, we have to prepare it a la minute because the eggs tend to get tough if you keep it on the buffet on the heat. Yes.
I learned something today.
Yeah.
Marshall Mind did say, once you have the passion to do it, you can achieve all things. It's worth the sacrifice. And I 100% agree with
Yes.
him.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Excitedly, you spoke about a giveaway.
Yes.
Yes. What a good week. 11:30 a.m. in Surface Nation, of course, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. If you just join in us here, we have Mrs. Beaubrun here with us, Vel's Cooking. And do not miss out on this weekend's exciting delectables. So feel free to go over to patronize whatever your taste buds may cure you for. This is the place to be this weekend.
It is.
And now for our giveaway, if I'm correct.
Yes.
The question is,
Can somebody tell me how long ago I started this journey?
you can call us at 459 or 7885. How long ago did Vel's Cooking started the journey? Easy as that, and you win yourself a ticket to Rise.
Not
Easy.
rice. Breakfast.
Breakfast. Easy as that. But in the meantime, as well, I want to ask in terms of cooking, again, it has to
Mm-hmm.
start from the heart. Like, In a conversation with Chef Orlando, he did say you have to cook with the heart,
Mm-hmm.
share the
Share
love.
the love,
The mind
yes.
is there to work in tandem with the heart. So
Mm-hmm.
if you do get up on a particular morning and you're not in the best of moods, like some of us some days, um, but you have to channel that energy however best you can to do that cooking.
You have to. I have to. I've had a few encounters where I would wake up in the morning and just, just don't feel like doing it. But
Yeah,
like I
that's
said,
everybody.
yeah, just like I would just feel my body would just, I just feel my
The
body would just
exhaustion
shut
just
and the
runs over you.
exhaustion. Like
Yeah.
sometimes the day before, if I have lunch, if I did lunch the day before on the Sunday, I have to be up from, like I tell you, from 12:30. I don't even get much sleep the day before. So it's sometimes I just say, you know what, I just have to do it. I just have to get up and just do it. So I have no choice. I have to.
And then
Yes.
the other thing as well too, people look they do not recognize the work and the
That you do.
effort that goes
Yes. Yeah.
into a business as well.
Yes.
And then if you're actually trying to put something out there, we need the support as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the critics come as well, but definitely the
A
support
support.
because that
Yes.
individual, that particular business is trying. So the least you could do is support. And even other businesses along that very same ventures where it is not a competition because everybody's free to patronize whoever they
They'll feel.
feel like
Mm-hmm.
you're spending your buck, feel free to spend it wherever you want to. And then another thing with the business sometimes, if that person isn't really a friend, they will discourage other people from coming to purchase your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it really needs to be stopped.
To
People
put,
should
yes.
not do that
Mm-hmm.
sort of thing. For me personally, I buy stuff for you some days if I feel like eating some things as well. I
Mm-hmm.
also go to the container, which is not too
Mm-hmm.
far from you as well, if
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Exactly.
eating certain things because
Mm-hmm.
it's all a matter of choices where you want to and what you want to get
Yes.
at that time.
Yeah.
So some of those behaviors are not so nice. It
Not at
comes
all.
across as being, selfish and
Mm-hmm.
raining on the person's parade.
Yes. Yes.
Tasha Joseph Augustine. I logged in later, but I will guess 5 years now.
No.
No, is she has to go higher or lower?
She has to go lower.
You have to go lower. Oh, she did try again, Tasha Joseph. She says 4 years.
Yes.
Ah, Tasha Joseph, you just won. You
4 years.
see, come for your free breakfast, Tasha Joseph. Congratulations, congratulations to you. You've just won yourself
A free breakfast.
a free breakfast.
So feel
Wow.
free, Tasha, to come by any day to get your free breakfast,
Easy as
whatever you
that.
desire.
And she also said it's for the sharing as well. Tupac, you and I have to share. But then,
Tasha is one of my customers.
nice.
Yeah,
And then she won. Can you imagine
she's
that?
yeah. I know who Tasha is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, Another thing I want to ask you, in terms of we've seen this magnitude of events happening in Suffolk, for example, Rise, and in our
Hmm.
upcoming Suffolk Jazz, the Ultimate Experience as well. Have you ever been able to or be a vendor at those events?
Yes,
And
I
what was your
was.
experience like? And what you learned from that and maybe want to improve on the next time around?
Yes, yes, I was a vendor at Jazz last not Jazz, sorry, at Rise last year, but Jazz last year we did not take part. I wanted to go and experience Jazz. But I did take part in Rise last year as a vendor. It was for my first time, I did enjoy it. I did enjoy the whole experience. I mean, your first experience is always a learning experience for you. But this year, I did not apply because I had something different in mind where I wanted to just focus on serving the risers, the persons who are taking part in rise, especially the visitors coming to Soufre, to indulge in Vel's cooking and what I have to offer the weekend. So that's why my plan was to just focus on this weekend and not apply. So I gave somebody else. I wanted to give somebody else a try. Somebody who did not take part in Rise last year. I wanted to give them the opportunity to, to venture in that area.
Tasha did say, thank you. You're most welcome on behalf of both of us.
You're welcome,
Given
Tasha.
that experience that you had at Rise, and we know that jazz is around the corner as well. Are
Hmm.
you? interested in actually vending at this year's jobs?
Yes, I am. I have applied for jazz this year. I'm definitely on board for jazz.
Good thing you are
Yes.
on because I'm going to put you on the spot now. What can persons expect?
Um. Well, actually, we. I have not really put. I have. I sorry. I just jot down a menu for
I threw you
for.
under the bus. I'm sorry for that.
I jotted down a menu for jazz already, but it's not in full effect as yet. So it's basically I'll have the grill, some kebab, sorry, shrimp kebab, fish, some wings, chicken, and pork on the grill, and since it's a Sunday, I'm planning to do a few side dishes, but not too much, not too wild. Yes. So most things will be in portion by portions, or if you want like a plate setting, you can always get a plate setting as well.
So, did you hear that people look out for Best Cooking
And
and Software Jobs, the Ultimate Experience 2025? It's going to be big. Your mouth is going to be watering, and you're going to get an opportunity to not just listen to the interview of the offering, but you will be getting first-hand experience in her culinary skills.
yes,
Thank you so, so much for that, my darling.
you're
Are we
welcome.
ready for the second question?
My second question is why did I? I'm just thinking of a question.
Okay, that's how it's done.
My
Okay.
second question is why did I decide to continue the cooking journey?
Why you continue the cooking journey? Why? Because if you're love and your passion for cooking, yes, no? To those of you online, if you want to take an opportunity to win this next giveaway, the question, why did Vel's cooking continue the journey? Am I correct?
Yeah, the cooking
Yes.
journey.
Why did
We
she
should, we should
continue?
elaborate a
What
little.
really
We should elaborate a
motivated?
little.
What
Yes,
really
motivated.
motivated her to
Yes,
continue the
yes.
cooking journey? Mark Sharwine, I guess it's a passion.
That's right, Mark. Mark was
Oh,
listening.
easy as that, huh? Easy as that. So congratulations to Tash and Joseph Augustine and Mark Shalmine, winners today on Vels Cooking House Guest Discussion. Kudos, kudos, kudos to you. See what the Easter brings? Obedience or diverse? It's your passion.
Oh, Obi.
I guess she
Obi is mine. Is what
she needs to get
she
something.
Obi always she's the minute that I post my menu, she would just she's always the first person to share on Facebook. She loves my cooking as well. Sometimes when I cook during the week, I always have a sample some of my dishes. She loves my cooking.
Okay. With
Morning,
that,
Obi.
thank you so much for joining the program as well. And to those of you in radio land, if you're just tuning in, we welcome that as well. It's never too late. 20 minutes to the hour of 12 noon in Super Solution is in Curve. And speaking of 12 noon, today is only first day actually.
It
And then I
is
know due to you being here, unfortunately, you were not able to
to cook.
prepare anything.
No, I
What
didn't.
not? Okay, with that, what does that whole commemoration, of Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Easter Sunday really means to you? I think over time,
Basically, I would say tradition. At the tradition, um, I would just say the tradition because being born and raised in a Catholic home, I learned Good Friday is something that is very sacred to me. It is. I remember growing up, on Good Friday, sorry, my mom would prepare the tea with no milk, and we wouldn't have any milk at all. But now, persons, this whole tradition is all gone. But some persons still, have the in them. But I'll just say something that you need to just remember as being traditional. Yes, like the mackerel. the salted mackerel and your provisions. And my mother had a special way of preparing her vegetables. I don't know if persons will still do it, but that's my plan with my vegetables. She's now deceased. May her soul rest in peace. Um, like what she would do, like boil the carrot with the skin on and the cabbage and everything, just boil everything together. And after she's done that, she has done that, sorry, she would, remove the skin on the carrot, chop it, and with the cabbage, chop the cabbage as well, mix it up nicely, some oil, some vinegar, and some black pepper. But persons tend, that's what I tend to do for my with my vegetables tomorrow.
Ah,
Yeah, so something different of a
now I'm
different
really going to
flavor.
do that. Huh?
Yeah, a different taste. It has a different taste though. Yeah, when you prepare it that way, it has a different flavor.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, all I'm fully unable to concentrate just now, you know?
So when you come at
Oh,
6 a.m., Sabrina, you
no,
will
six.
get
No, 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 no. I
6 o'clock
still,
is too early.
yeah, I'll be sleeping still, man. It's
But
early.
do come early, or if you have to reserve in advance
But you know, I like
because,
the sausages. So when I come home, always like,
well, I'm
two
sorry, no
sausages,
sausages
two
tomorrow.
sausages for tomorrow, you know. But then really and truly, as we sit here in tune with Verse Cooking, with lots of tradition of Holy Week as well.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Good Friday, for me, I'm not a provisions person, but
Mm-hmm.
I do for the mackerel, the smoked herring for sure, with the steamed
The steamed
vegetables,
vegetables.
and the provisions would maybe be just ripe plantain, sweet potato, or a macambo. That's about that. I do not eat any other thing
I
per
do
se.
have that on the
I
menu.
don't eat any other thing
Yes.
per se. And then going back to traditions, and there's me growing up as well, persons would tell you the Good Friday, you're not supposed to, well, you have to be fasting for sure for the whole
Mm-hmm.
Lenten
Mm-hmm.
season. Do not indulge in alcohol, do not go to the beach
Beach,
because
yes,
there's
yes.
water would turn
To red,
red. And, you know, it's
yes,
just a lot
yes.
of different things
Different
now.
myths, yeah.
Yeah, different myths as well. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes if you're not too careful as well, you can get actually consuming that because the inhabitants right when you're
Yeah,
putting it away.
yes,
But then in
yes.
all fairness, we have to respect Holy Week. We
You
have to
have to.
respect, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the spiritual aspect. And for Christians, I think today there is a service as well, Holy Thursday, which it
Yes,
was
there
in
is.
tomorrow, Good
Mm-hmm.
Friday, and
Mm-hmm.
even Saturday evening, Easter a prelude to Easter
Easter
Sunday
Sunday.
as well.
Yes,
So
yes.
feel free to actually go to church. Yeah, we get up on our day to day as well, but then we have to give thanks and
So
praise
glory
to
to
the
God.
Almighty
That's
because
right.
without Him,
Mm-hmm.
we
No.
wouldn't be able to navigate our day to day.
Mm-hmm.
Seek Him first and let everything else fall after. Obedia Solibus, great job, Vel. Proud of you.
Thank you,
Proud of you. Proud of you.
Obi.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
So we got our two winners for today's giveaway, 15 to the hour. It's the Easter weekend. It's your time to maybe give your commendations to all those who will help and continue to help you on this remarkable journey to date. If you have persons celebrating the birthdays as well, feel free to give them a holler, shout, and support to your entire team.
I don't have anybody in mind celebrating birthdays this coming week, but I just wanna say kudos. I just wanna thank all my customers, my regular customers, my first time customers, for the support throughout the years. And I also want to say a big thank you to my husband as well, who's my number one supporter. He's the one who motivates me to keep going and don't give up. And also my son as well. This morning when I got dressed, he said, "Mommy, wow, you look sexy." So that made me feel, my 10-year-old saying that to me, that made me feel so, proud. And so if I had two minds to come, I definitely didn't have when he said that to me. So I felt so proud by him saying that to me. My family, my in-laws, everybody who supported me, the whole Sufa community actually. Yes. So far, I have not heard, sorry, any negative feedback based on my cooking. So it says to me, it says a lot to me. Sorry.
Thank you so much for that. Um, a mantra, what really works for you? What quote keeps you going on a day to day?
The famous Chef Orlando, whom I worked with, sorry, at
Chef,
Ladera.
chef.
You'll always say share the love, share the love, share the love. So I always put that in my cooking. I always remember he's saying share the love, So that is my number one goal.
Idiot Fibers, Sofa Firma, this is where we definitely end our house guest discussion for today. It's been immense pleasure to have you here joining us in studio and of course in Radio Land. Thank you to all those of you who send in your comments as well, and to the winners. We do appreciate compliments, fans, cooking. To you, I say thank you. As you continue to do great things, the sky is the limit. Do keep your feet grounded nicely. Obstacles, challenges, this is something we cannot get away from, but then continuing to persevere and having a strong will of determination definitely will move mountains. Thank you immensely. And have yourself a fantastic Easter weekend.
Thank you. Same to you, Cabrina. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
It's never a problem. It's always a pleasure. Thank
Thank
you as
you.
well.